episode.
And we are live. Thursday night at the Fights. Larry Melnick double shot to kick us off, plus an added special. First, Barry Turnbull, March 86, Rangers at Winnipeg.
How the hell did you find that?
We go deep in the archives on this show, pal.
Wow.
Larry's a Ranger. 30 blue in Winnipeg. Scored it to the penalty box once again. Winnipeg, just like today, they don't lose.
No kidding, they're playing good, eh?
In the old-fashioned penalty box.
I think he broke his hand on my helmet.
Now we're going to go back, very rare footage. A young Lawrence Joseph Melnick is a Bruin, taking on Islander great Bobby Nystrom. Not the cleanest, but
Bear hug.
Battle on the boards, a little bear hug there. Nystrom never had the helmet. Love your buddy Krusheninski. He went to the strip club.
Big. The two Ukrainians taking on Nystrom.
Now here, finally, your buddy, the late great Dave Semenko.
Yeah.
Taking on Tim Hunter.
Great
Calgary-Edmonton rivalry. And you're going to see a little added gem here. Look at this left. Semenko was a real tough guy. Scrapping it out right there. Now, the added bonus coming up here, New York Ranger, wonderful Nicky Fatio legend, as a flame, grabbing Marty McSorley, Charlie Huddy, Paul Coffey, all the old owners there. But Nicky, as a 22, loved him as a Ranger, the pride of Staten Island, New York. Now, look how long this is going on.
They're trying to figure out whether they should go or not.
Do we go? It's like you when you proposed to Rochelle and you were doing that slow down.
That's just mutual respect. And then Koff's got Stevie Bozak. Both of them have never fought in their lives, but
anyway. They're just looking to, do we get the green light? Do we go? This would have been a tough fight.
6 is
still on the board. Who's 6?
Big Jimmy Johnson.
Big Jim Johnson. But that great rivalry for years.
Yeah.
Vancouver, Edmonton. I'm sorry, Calgary. Edmonton, Calgary.
Calgary probably would have won a couple of Stanley Cups if it wasn't for Wayne. He killed them. Oh, my God.
Look at this.
That's old-time hockey right there. That was every single game.
Stickle.
Every game. Look at Charlie Huddy. He's mad.
Charlie Huddy. What a great, this just goes on and on and on. Like it's Oh man, you gotta love Nicky Fatio. What a great guy. We got to get him on the show. Still, look at this. Charlie Huddy's pissed. This looks like our holiday party last year, Clint, at the radio station. Look at this. Same. Wow.
And only one real fight. Like the games were 3.5, 4 hours.
Right? That's our show. I got nothing else.
Just because of that shit happening all the time.
Wasn't that great? Clint, you have a couple photos?
Yes, I do.
Oh, look at this. Unbeknownst to me, Lawrence Melnick was the 4th Hanson brother.
So the guy
motion picture Slapshot.
Lawrence. The guy in the middle is Steve Carlson. I played with Steve Carlson in Springfield. He was a tall, he's like 6'3", 140 pounds, and nuts.
You could have been the 4th Hanson.
No, shit. There's a lot more guys tougher than me that should have been on that show.
Well, you got to admit there's a certain resemblance. They don't. Well, they don't have the hair gel. They're not as coiffed as you today at 64, soon to be 65.
I see the resemblance.
Now, what is this? Is this in Bavaria, or was this? Is this during Oktoberfest recently?
No, that's our buddy. That's our buddy Billy Neshin. He tags me in all those. I think that was Christmas 2 years ago.
There we go, Billy K.
Yeah,
Billy K. New Jersey.
Exactly.
You constantly fuck up his name, but how about Billy? We're the Larrys: Larry P, Larry M, world famous Clint, not Jessica's brother Beal.
Hello.
Reading the magic once again on this epic episode 10.
We made it all the way to episode 10, guys. Congrats. Cheers.
Opening toast, a beautiful Labatt's Blue, which I can purchase anytime I want in Vero Beach, Florida. Larry Melnick goes great with garlic sausage, cheese and crackers, or a party bag of chips that Rochelle might get at your box store.
I've got the Sapporo for our Japanese people, but those are my two favorite beers right there, the Blue and the Coors.
Look at Clint stepping up tonight with the banquet.
You see, some people listen to me when I have good taste in beer.
Yep.
Good taste in beer.
Cheers to episode 10.
Yeah. So what's happening? What are we talking about tonight?
Everything good. How was your week?
Oh, okay. So last week I wasn't drinking, correct?
No, it was before you went to. It was before Arizona, wasn't it?
No. Well, no. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. Like what is it? October 31st. I get back from Phoenix. I have 5 beers in my golf bag that I checked. And in my golf bag, I have a little 6. Yeah, I know. On ice, I have a little 6-holder beer thing.
Sounds like Rodney Dangerfield's golf bag in Caddyshack.
Yeah. I've got a 26-ounce Chelada, Budweiser Chelada, with the Clamato, and I got 4 Coors Banquet that Clint, Jessica's brother, has right there on ice from Phoenix. So I check in at 11 o'clock. My flight's at 1. At 5 o'clock, when I pick up my luggage, there's still beer on ice for my ride home, which took me an hour. So, anyways. I get home on October 31st. I said, okay, I'm going to have a few beers and then I'm going to go. I'm done. So last Thursday, I hadn't had a beer. I had 3 beers in 2 weeks. Lawrence, I got so sick one day. I was puking and had the runs. I told you, beer has minerals. You don't want to shock your body and just go cold turkey. You got to wean yourself.
I begged you not to go cold turkey. I thought when you were drinking those Caesars last week on the show with that ridiculous stalk of celery, you put that nonsense behind you with that, that dry window.
No, I fooled you. I only had celery. I had no drinks. And if it was a soda water.
Your system can't handle that shape.
You cannot shock your beer has 13 minerals. I shocked my body. I got so sick. So I had I like eating like the fucking jabroni, my ex-defense partner. We're going to bring him up every week. Number two, he has to have the, what do you call it? The fasting and the intermittent fast and all that fast. So if I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, at 6 o'clock, I'll have a soup and I'll put in condiments like onions and whatever's left over, I'll throw into my soup. I think I threw in some steak that wasn't good. Ooh. And my gut was just going like it was gurgling all day.
Oh, bad meat.
Oh, bad. I think it was bad meat.
Clint, so anyways, bad meat is never a good thing.
No, 12:30 was bad.
Oh, I hear.
1 o'clock was bad. 1:30 was bad. Then I thought it was done. And I'm puking bile. Like I'm yelling at the gods and saying, I got nothing more. Just take me. I got nothing there's nothing left.
Were you yelling for Leroy? Leroy!
Leroy. No, it was Edith. Edith, I'm coming, Edith. I'm coming. Remember that?
Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you.
Elizabeth, that's it. Or whatever. Edith. No, it's Sanford and Sons.
Sanford and Son was Elizabeth. Edith was All in the Family, and you're going up there with your mock Edmonton Oilers jerseys. Get to sell the autographs.
So every half hour for an hour and a half, then I had a reprieve. An hour and a half of nothing. I felt great. And I didn't. Of course, you're not sleeping. I'm sweating, and I'm like crap. I get up at 3:00 again, and there's nothing, and I'm just screaming, just leave me alone. And then so now 4:30. So every hour and a half now. So perfect. 4:30, I'm up. Nothing. Bile, green, it's green. Oh. It's like whatever. It was just awful. And then my head is
bad meat.
And my head is exploding. Oh. It's exploding. So then, anyways, for the last 2 weeks, I've had exactly 3 beers until today. I went out and met a guy for a little business meeting, had some beers, and so I think I'm back to normal.
Your system, you cannot shock it like that. We've discussed this on the show, and we've discussed it privately. Yeah, I'm concerned about you.
My wife said I should probably cut back on, and I don't listen. I can go to, and I didn't even for 2 weeks. I didn't even care for a beer. Didn't care. Didn't think about it. Nothing. But I like to go out. Today I went out to a little establishment. I met a potential client / business guy. I had a couple of beers. I'm having a couple tonight. Just going to tone it down a little bit. I lost 11 or 12 pounds since Phoenix.
Just 12 pounds since Phoenix.
12 pounds. So
you're down now to what, 180?
I'm about 170. I'm a little 10 pounds heavier than you, and you're 5'3".
And you're what, 5'3" now?
I'm 6 feet, anyways.
Shizzle,
but you work out. I don't work out. I don't need to.
Does Rose Kennedy own a black dress?
Yeah. Exactly. So how do you want to start this one?
Well, it looks like 4 NHL coaches are on the hot seat, including Mike Sullivan and the Woeful Penguins. Others include Derek Lalonde in Detroit, Andrew Burnett, Nashville, Martin St. Louis, Montreal Canadiens. We're maybe 2 months into the season. What are your thoughts in regard to these coaching changes, teams that are underperforming?
Okay, let's go to Pittsburgh. It's not the coach. It's the general manager. Dubas was a dumbass in Toronto. He's a dumbass in Pittsburgh. You have to keep the core. They've been there for 17 to 20 years. Malkin, and again, Billy Contratidiak. I don't watch hockey, but I know stuff. You're not gonna trade those guys. You're not gonna change that core. You get rid of Lars Eller. Okay, you're showing the fans I'm doing something. That's peripheral, right? It's nothing. Montreal, you're not gonna get rid of a Frenchman. He's an icon. You're not gonna get rid of him. Detroit, Yzerman's too smart. He will turn that around. What's the other team?
You got Nashville.
Barry Trotz's fault, not the coach's fault. Barry Trotz brought all those guys in. No, not going to happen.
Did him in with the Islanders at the end.
Yeah. What?
And Montreal, it just never accepted in that organization.
Well, they've been bad for quite a few years. So he will turn it around. But
I think Detroit, certainly just with Stevie Yzerman, that one I think will be the quicker fix of all. But
exactly.
Nashville, I don't know. They made some dumb moves. Let's talk Ranger hockey. Mika Zibanejad. Yeah. What's happening there?
Zibanejad?
They lose on Tuesday. They're now 9-4-1. They lose to the ridiculous Winnipeg Jets, who are 15-1. Rangers in action tonight against San Jose, but pretty sloppy game. And granted, the Jets have been dominant, but it's been an up and down season. 9-4.
I don't get a lot of Ranger games again, and I don't watch all that much. It's hearsay or highlights or whatever I see on our sports pages, TSN and Sportsnet. Zibanejad's not having a good
Wally
year.
Thacker.
He what?
Wally Thacker. Denny says hi.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go to that. Thanks, Walter. I hear you. I see you. But Denny, if Denny's watching, she's in trouble. Okay, go, Lawrence. So Zibanejad's not playing well, but Panarin's got 10 goals.
Panarin playing well. Good goaltending. Again, early season. We're what? Less than 2 months in. 6 weeks. So a lot of hockey to play.
Yeah. Look at the Oilers last year. They what did they start? 0-30, and they made it to the final.
Well, they got red hot after the All-Star break.
Yeah, exactly.
Had a great playoff run. And, again, the postseason, it's 2 months. So early to panic. The easy fix is always the coach. That's how we started off this segment. But I'm not concerned about the Rangers. Clint, it's been a couple weeks. Let's go back to one of our favorite features. What the Puck? Featuring a youthful Larry Melnick in the box. This is just gold here. The profanity that comes out of that mouth here against Pittsburgh, I might add.
Let's try to read his lips.
We could even put volume on one time.
Yes. I know you guys want to.
I told you to have been a fly in that penalty box that night. I'd have to be. I know what you said.
Okay, let me. So my daughter and everybody that I know has seen that little clip.
Oh yeah.
If I was Wally Thacker's size, so Big Wally is a guy I golf with, the guy that just chimed in there. Danny says hi.
Big
so
Wally,
I call
volcano.
Big Wally. Big Wally is from Sicamous, BC, the houseboat capital. He's friends with Flocky Hockey from the Flyers. We hate the Flyers, but Flocky's a good guy. Wally's a great guy. He's all tatted up. He's about 6'2", 240, 250. Wally, I'd say you're 280, but I don't want to piss you off. He's the nicest freaking guy. Drives a motorcycle. He's like, he could be a Hell's Angels. You wouldn't even know it. So we golf together in at Mara Hills. Anybody that's watching this show, you got to go to Sicamous. You got to get on the houseboat. You got to go golf those golf courses. They're mountain courses. Lawrence, I swear to God, you'd shoot 130 because you don't give a shit what you shoot because of the scenery. It's that nice. So anyways,
65th birthday.
I'll be there. I'm there 4 times a summer. So I play with Big Wally and his wife. I swear to God, and Wally, right now I don't remember your wife's name. Doesn't matter. But that little biatch, I give it to her. She gives it to me like it's like a cat dog thing, right?
As you would call it, staccato.
Staccato, exactly. So I say to Denny, I said, Denny, listen. The cart girl comes by. I said, Denny, buy me a beer. She says, no. I said, Denny, buy me lunch. No. And I play with her like 3 days in a row. She won't buy me a frickin' beer. Nay. Denny, not good. Not good. Wally will buy me. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Catherine.
Oh, Big Wally, he's a good man.
Now, does Catherine and Rochelle, is there a relationship there?
No, Rochelle's never been to Sicamous.
You have some eclectic cast of characters for your friends. That redneck with the big truck.
Oh my God! Yeah,
volcano breaking his driver.
Oh shit!
Big Wally.
We haven't big Wally. I haven't seen his motorcycle, but yeah. So, anyways, Catherine is her name. I call her Denny because her middle name is something or other. And anyways, she needs to buy me a beer because I just mentioned her freaking name on TV. So,
and she's petite, small and petite.
Oh, he's 6. Wally, how big are you? 6'3"? No, I know. No, I know. Wally, you 6'3"?
Catherine is short.
She's probably 5. She's probably freaking 5'3".
So she's
5'4".
like that. She's like that little person you ran into at the reunion that you that was pissed
Exactly.
off.
They have issues.
Why are
The
these
small
little
like you
like that? 6'4".
Wally's 6'4".
Wow.
See, there you go. And she's 5'4". So there's a foot difference. And she has more money than God, and she won't buy me a beer. That's a sticking point with me.
You can't make that shit up. I also have a big Wally friend, Wally Smoiver, the pride and joy of Croatia via Cleveland Central High School, and played for the Florida Gators. He's about 6'6", my buddy Big Wally, who will turn also 65, your age.
Wow.
And I believe his birthday's in January. So another big Wally, buddy of mine. Looks like a bloated Patrick Swayze, my buddy.
Yeah. Patrick's no longer.
He passed away.
Anyways,
You have grievances?
Grievances. Yeah, I do, always. So
Share.
the Toronto-Washington game just happened to be so. The Toronto Maple Leafs, as you know, I hate Toronto. I hate everything about the East. I'm a Westerner, always have been. 3 goals get called back last night. 3 goals. I don't know who the fuck is watching the games.
I didn't watch it, but I'm sure it wasn't 3 goals for the Maple Leafs.
It was 2 goals got called back for Toronto and 1 goal against Washington.
Because every game the Maple Leafs get, I think, preferred treatments from the officials. And it happens every time they come here to play the Panthers. All the linesmen, all the referees are from Toronto.
Whatever. The point I'm trying to make is these idiots in New York or Toronto, and I don't know if there's one guy. It used to be Murphy, who used to be our assistant coach in Vancouver. He'd be the head guy to do the replays, and is this a good goal, a bad goal? So the idiots are staying with their headphones on, watching the stupid little tablet for 5 minutes. On 3 goals, that's 15 minutes. So now the hockey game, instead of being 2 hours and 15 minutes, is 2 hours, almost 3 hours long. And they get it wrong every fucking time. What's the point? So John Carlson, great shot from the point with Washington. Some Washington guy, I think it was Chris Dowd, just brushes the goalie, has his skate in the blue paint. Carlson shot the puck so damn hard, it went in and came out just as fast. It was unbelievable. And everybody sees it on the replay upstairs. It shouldn't have been disallowed. Like, what are these idiots? Second goal. Lawrence from Toronto. He's in front of the net. The puck bounces off the goalie, hits him in the knee. He knees it in, not intentionally, just kind of knees it in, disallowed. Are you kidding me? If you're good enough to knee it in, kick it in, butt it in, head it in, why isn't it a goal? So, third goal, slap shot from the point. High stick, Matthew Knees knocks it down. It's debatable. Who says if your stick's way up here and you can knock it out of the air and knock it right down into the net, that's an outstanding goal. Why isn't it? That's guys practice that shit every day.
Should be a goal.
A defenseman like me who can't raise the puck 2 inches off the ice, if he can shoot it up in the air and you can knock it down, why isn't that a good goal? If you should be able to score any way you want.
Yeah.
The goalies are 8 feet wide. The net's only 4 feet wide. Come on.
I agree with you with that because it's same in baseball. Every time they have the stoppage, it goes to be reviewed in New York. They come out with the tablets. Football, same thing. Yeah. Usually they get it right, but I'm noticing more and more in the various sports, it's still a bad call. And they're doing this to expedite the game, certainly in baseball. And it doesn't necessarily, it's counterproductive.
Somebody please tell me how many clowns are looking at the screen and making a wrong decision. Because it's pretty simple.
Guys in New York with a pizza and a beer, watching all the games at the same time. And now, if you notice, in the sports, you've got that above and beyond the color and the play-by-play. You've always got the guy back in the whatever the facility is there, and he breaks down what the ruling is.
It's a joke. The NHL is a joke.
I just don't like a lot of these advancements, which does not necessarily help the game. It was you played in the golden era. The original 6 was, but the 80s was hockey. Just like that fight we saw earlier tonight with Calgary and Edmonton. That was hockey.
Yeah. Well, it's fun for you as a fan. It's not fun for guys on the ice.
No.
Because McSorley's thinking, okay, do I give him a left? Nicky's thinking, okay, I'm a Golden Gloves. Do I give him a right? And your heart's pounding, you're sweating, you're dancing around for 2 or 3, 5 minutes. It's exhausting.
Gotta be.
Right? So that's my beef. And people that are driving in Vancouver, fuck, we got construction everywhere. Anyways, your turn.
All right, I got a couple of them, and both sports related. First one, as stated last week, after securing another year in his contract as head football coach of the Florida Gators, Billy Napier, in year 3 of his current deal, with a record, mind you, of 15-18 and 8-13 in the SEC, Gators traveled to Austin, Texas last Saturday to play the Texas Longhorns. Defeated 49-17. It's not going to get any better this Saturday as they host LSU, who got trounced by Alabama this Saturday. They're in the swamp. As a needed distraction for Napier, all heat now is on Gator head basketball coach Todd Golden, who got himself into a horrific situation that I'm not even going to comment further on. Athletic director Scott Strickland needs to drain that swamp, including stepping down himself. That would be welcomed by the Gator Nation. Next, in the battle of the 2-7 New York Football Giants and equally horrible 2-7 Carolina Panthers last Sunday in Munich, the Giants fumble the opening possession in overtime. And watch Carolina kick the winning field goal. Giants are now 2-8. And that swamp needs to be blown up as well. Sadly, offensive lineman Greg Van Roten, spelled R-O-T-E-N, was featured on screen prominently after the fumble. Certainly not his fault, but somewhat appropriate, as the Giants' season can be summed up as damn rotten. As a Gator and Giant fan, both pathetic seasons can't come to an end soon enough, Lawrence Melnick.
It's not good.
And the drivers suck down here, too. And construction.
The Giants, the Giants, the Jets, the Panthers. Like, Aaron Rodgers, you're done.
He came in last year, the first possession, he went out for the year, brought in all of his buddies from the Packers. They fired their coach earlier this year, the Jets. They stink. The Giants are worse. Yankees, I'm still not over that World Series collapse.
I think it was the second or third show. I said it was that? Did I say it was Daniel Jones, the quarterback? What's his name? Is it Daniel Jones?
Yeah,
Daniel Jones. I think I was calling him something else, but he looked good in the beginning. Now they're just lost.
There's no offensive lineman. They give away. I see you got the Eagle game on behind you against Washington. Saquon Barkley. How do you lose your starting running back to the division rival?
It just goes to prove, and it happens in hockey, you got stupid people running organizations that just make stupid decisions.
The problem here is, proud franchise for years, the Mara family. When you get second generations, Hal Steinbrenner, nobody's going to be like George. Nobody's going to be like Wellington Mara. So the second generation, third generation that get into these organizations, it's just not run the same way.
No, exactly.
And these teams stink.
Yeah. There was something else I was going to say. Yeah.
What's the score?
I don't know. I'm doing a show. The fuck am I supposed to know?
You have any action on the game? Lately, there's destruction going on.
No, I don't. I used to bet, but I don't bet anymore. So
I would say at one point of time you had a gambling problem.
No, I don't. I do not have a gambling problem. I do not have a drinking problem. I do not have any problems except for
marriage is good.
Problems. Marriage is good. Same wife, 35 years.
35 years, same wife. I would say
39.
there might be a possible issue when you pack the golf bag to travel the way you did.
Yeah. Well,
coming home from Arizona.
So every day there's something. Every day something. So this is I know people. So I do homework, right? But everybody puts all their itinerary and all their schedules on their phone, right? No. There's my schedule right there. That's November. Okay.
November 1978.
Yeah. I put everything on a physical calendar. So if somebody phones me and I'm downtown or I'm at a bar or something, hey, can you do this? I said, you have to wait.
Put it on the calendar?
I have no idea what I'm doing next week, except when I look at this calendar.
You do know you have a calendar on your phone. I
know. And I can put it in there, but I refuse to do that because I refuse to get old or get into that technology bullshit.
Well, what happens when you leave that office? Do you take the calendar with you on a plane or
I'll take a picture. You'll take a picture of it.
You take a picture of the calendar?
Yeah.
So that goes in the convertible.
Yeah.
Well, it's good. It conceals the cooler.
Yeah. So December. Look at it. I got nothing for December yet. Okay.
What do you have on February 21st?
Oh, big day. Vegas. I'm gonna start drinking at 8 in the morning. I'm gonna have Bloody Marys.
Oh, I cleared it with the wife. We're coming.
Are you?
Yes.
Holy shit. That'd be great.
I'll be there. You turning 65?
I am. So
I'm there.
So shit. What else? What were we talking about before that? Last call.
Well, last call. The commander, Clint Beal, is announcing last call. So
we're actually 2 minutes late, just for the record. Like I just looked up and noticed. Sorry.
That went by quick. So anyways, let me tell you. So
it's been a great show. It really has.
I didn't laugh enough. So anyways, I go to the dentist this morning because I got crowns and I got fillings and I got shit that I have to get done. So remember what I told you? Oh shit, soliloquy. I'm all by myself. So
yeah, what happened to Larry's camera?
Hey, listen. So I don't know. So 6 months ago, Lawrence. 6 months ago.
Just turn your camera back on. You should have a camera button. Just turn it back on.
Why is it off?
Let me take it from here. I'm okay by myself. So listen, Clint.
Yes. I'm here.
6 months ago, I changed everything. I changed doctors. I changed dentists. I changed hairdressers. I changed everything. So this morning, 6 months ago, I go to a new dentist, and she's a younger girl, probably 30 in her 30s, new technology, whatever. I just wanted to change. So I go into the place 6 months ago. I get my teeth cleaned, and I tell her that I'm a hockey player, and she sees the ring, and we talk about hockey. She was a figure skater, blah blah. So I go in today. So 6 months later, I go in today, and I'm getting a crown done and getting fillings and stuff changed. And I said, "You don't remember who I am, do you?" And she says, "I'm sorry, I don't." I said, "Well, I'm the hockey player that you met like 6 months ago." And she said, "Really?" So then there's two girls in. There's the hygienist and there's the dentist because we're doing a crown. Is like I'm in the seat for like an hour and a half. And so they said, "Well, what's your name?" I said, "Larry Melnick." He said, "Are you famous?" I said, "No, I was an average Joe that played in the NHL." So while they're doing my teeth, they go on YouTube on the computer and they're watching my hockey fights.
Oh, wow.
I said, holy like
there's a Canadian audience.
Yeah. And they're laughing and they're talking and I'm so sorry, Larry. I forgot all about it was so
have them follow the show.
Kind of made my day.
That's awesome.
And Billy, I'm going to finish if you don't mind. You have anything else to say, Lawrence? I'm going to finish.
No, I inadvertently hit the stop cam when I was writing down notes on my big calendar on the desk. So I knocked my.
What the hell?
I hit the fucking stop cam. I've got one of those Hallmark calendars as well.
Billy Contratidiak, who I met in New York just over a year ago, messages me all the time. So he sends me something. I take a lot of stuff from Facebook and I just kind of add it and put it in. So Billy sends me a little thing with the Grinch, and he says, "This is you, Larry. Me, not you, me." He says, "You drink beer. I hate people, and I know things. See you next week."
It's a perfect assessment of my partner.
I'm going to say that's every week. That's our end. That's the ending to our show every week.
I love it. That sums you up in a nutshell.
Yeah. And I think you're right behind me on that thinking.
Well, I'm a prick.
Die boys.
You're the best. Gentlemen, Clint.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Billy Contratidiak.
See you next week.
Rizano. Have a good night, man.